I'm going to make 2,000 videos over the next 90 days. In this video, I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to share with you why I believe that some of you guys watching this video, even right now, should be doing the exact same thing. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So most of you guys, if you're watching here, maybe YouTube recommended this video to you. You've never seen any of my content before, or maybe you've been here for a little while and you are a subscriber. Either way, I'm going to be sharing with you why I'm doing this and why I'm doing this right now. One of the things that I've always been interested in is really taking ideas, taking a vision and turning the idea or the vision into income. And right now we're in the fourth quarter of the year. This is the time where YouTube pays content creators the most amount of money. And so it's vitally important that if you are a content creator that you catch the wave while the wave is happening, right? You position yourself to prosper while the most prosperity is available to you. But even more so than this, as a believer, one of the things that I think that we are called to do is to read the Word of God, dissect what the Word of God says, take those stories and apply them to our lives. And the first person that we see in the Bible, in terms of wealth and riches, the Bible actually calls rich, is Abraham. And with Abraham, one of the things that the Bible does describe him as, it talks about that he was rich with cattle. It talks about how he was rich with possessions and rich with assets. And since we live in a digital economy, um, essentially what I'm going to be doing is building digital assets. And my plan is conceptual. This is the conceptual plan, is that if I could be diligent enough to create 2,000 pieces of digital real estate, if all of the content that I create over the next 90 days, what if they only made 50 cents a day, right? What if each video cumulatively made 50 cents a day and you have 2,100 videos, right? That's over $1,100 in income per day because you decided to do one thing. You decided to buckle down. You decided to go all in with the vision. Now, obviously, some of you guys are here on this channel because we talk about concepts called the wealth transfer. And one of the things that I see spiritually happening over the next 12 to 13 months is we're going to see the economy even go down even further, right? Things are even going to get even worse. So what we need to be doing as believers who believe the word of God, we believe prophecy, we believe these things are happening, is that we need to be in a season where we're storing up, where we're putting all of our ducks in a row to prepare for what is getting ready to happen. And it would be foolish to be the person delivering prophetic words, sharing with you guys what the vision, what I see God doing, and what God's speaking to me is getting ready to happen over the next 12 to 13 months, and me myself not preparing for it, me myself not putting my family in a position to be okay. And so over these next 90 days, obviously it's going to set the pace of what I'm going to be doing. I'll come back in 90 days and reevaluate. But I'm going to be treating YouTube, I'm going to be treating this almost like a job, right? Like, we all have to have some type of work in some type of capacity. Most people go to their 9 to 5 job that they absolutely hate. They work 8 hours a day doing something that they hate. And, at the end of 2 weeks, they get a paycheck. With YouTube, I mean, you can create content about anything. You can literally share anything that it is that you want to share. And there's so many different things that I'm curious about. And I know some of those things are going to be things that you're going to be curious about. And there's some things that you're not going to be curious about. However, essentially, I'm being compensated to talk. I'm being compensated to speak. And pretty much when I was in the secular world, when I had a traditional job, you know, a lot of the jobs that I had to do with me being on the phone, had to do with me talking to people, had to be with me doing some type of customer service or interacting with people. And a lot of that was done on the phone. And so essentially what I'm going to be doing is treating, you know, YouTube for the next 90 days as that type of job, right? We all, you know, see in the Bible, Paul was a tent maker. There's specific things that we are supposed to do, right? And to be able to create and sustain ourselves, like our practical part. Obviously, God is our provider. He provides for the needs. He provides for those things that we have to do, right? He gives us the ability to speak. He gives us the ability to go to work. He gives us the ability to have function in our limbs. But there are diligent things that we need um, to do our portion, to do what we're called to do. And um, at this particular time, I think like the most leverage thing that I can do is just talk about my interests, talk about the different things, and right. And so this particular video, I'm gonna obviously we're talking about money, we're talking about preparation, we're talking about wealth transfer, we're talking about those things, and I'm gonna be sharing with you, you guys, in real time what my plans are, how I'm preparing, how I'm trying to set my family up for what is to come. I believe one of the things that we're going to need to have over these next 13 months is an allocation of cash, so that when prices of Bitcoin fall, when prices of cryptocurrencies they begin to tank, whether that's XRP or XLM or whatever the things that you're investing in currently, that you have the capability to buy them when they're cheap, to buy them when they're on sale. I saw in 2008, when the financial industry and the financial economic space started to collapse, especially here in Las Vegas, there were opportunities to purchase homes at a discount. And I didn't have all the cash necessary or all the knowledge necessary to be able to enact on those things. And as history repeats itself, as we go through this economic downturn, I believe some of those same opportunities are going to come back, where we're going to be able to have the opportunities to purchase homes for pennies on the dollar, right? Like there were homes that were literally like 20 cents on the dollar, from their highest value. And I think those same opportunities are going to be present over the next 12 to 13 months. So I think it's in everybody's best interest to, whatever God has called you to do, whatever lane that God has put you in for you to specifically prosper, this is the time to like go all out. This is the time to press in. This is the time to put yourself in that position to prosper, even more so. And so again, if you're a person, you know that you're called to do YouTube, you're called to create content online. If you want any help with that, I'm going to put my information below so that you can work with us. But this is video one. I'm going to be talking about my plans over the next 90 days, what we're doing, how we're going to put this all into action. One of my next videos, we're going to talk about the math, what the math looks like, how we get to $1,000 plus per day, just from shooting content just like this. And again, if that's something that you're curious or interested in about, then make sure that you give us a follow, and also consider checking out some of the programs that we have to offer below as well. With that being said, God bless you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.